So guys, I want you to watch this video of Donald Trump, the president of the United States.
So, yes, I asked for a review by FIFA. I spoke to a man who's highly respected, and by the way, whose level of respect has gone up tenfold. So I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete, and I understand sports really well, really well. And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. That was two guys running full speed that happened to crash into each other. You can't take your foot and properly place it on somebody else's foot when you're going, no, these were two great athletes that got tangled up, and this referee, who is a little bit suspect, if you check his past, I don't want to say that because I don't like to create controversy, but very suspect. If you'd like, I'll provide you with the past. He made a call that nobody could believe. He didn't do anything wrong, and he's our best player or one of our best players, a very vital player, and he gave him a red card. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't think it meant much. Then I started hearing that means he can't play in the next game, at least in the next game. I said, boy, that's a big, if it happened to another player, it would have been unfair, but when they take your best player, or just about, they have some great players, and they say you can't play, that's very unfair. That's, it's one thing to penalize somebody for the game, but how do you penalize them for a game that hasn't been played yet? It's very unfair. You can't do that. So, yes, I asked for a review by FIFA.
And on behalf of all Americans, thank you for getting rid of that ridiculous red card. This is it was spectacular. There was a reason the FIFA trophy sat here for as long as it did.
Honestly, you guys, the reaction from the reporters inside the White House after Ted Cruz ended up making that statement about Donald Trump contacting those who are running this event with the FIFA World Cup. Let me know your thoughts over in the comments, because we've all seen the video and everything. We all know what ended up taking place, but we also know that Donald Trump ended up going to Truth Social immediately, advocating for them to overturn that red card. But there has been speculations in the past of this actually happening before, but not to this extreme, not for the World Cup. So let me know your thoughts over in the comments, because literally millions of people around the world have now heard Ted Cruz's statement. Millions of people around the world have heard Donald Trump say that he contacted these people and he said, hey, overturn that red card. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Okay, so the most important part of the World Cup is the cultural exchange, and I'm really glad that Europeans are going home with stories of air conditioning and ranch dressing. But now that Trump has pressured the president of FIFA to reverse the red card for our striker so he can play in the next game, they get a first-hand taste of American corruption, too. The rules only apply when they're convenient for us, and we do war the same way.
So now the president of the United States is intervening with FIFA World Cup decisions? Is this something new? Because I know it's never been done. A sitting president getting involved with what calls are being made at a FIFA World Cup game, as in calling to get a red card suspension removed. So he's involved in that now. Something else that does not concern him. Again, this president is always involved in someone else's business but his own. Now, even if that player really did get the red card suspension, or if he didn't deserve it, Trump has no business calling to intervene with whatever decision was made. Again, how does that concern him? So now if this team go ahead and win against, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Belgium he's supposed to play today on Monday, July 6th? Now, if he go ahead and win, then they're going to say it was cheating. It wasn't fair. This player had a 1-game suspension. But because Trump intervened, it just gets thrown out the window. Again, no business of his.
FIFA has completely changed as we know it now. Now we have politicians and presidents making up the rules or dictating on what can happen in FIFA. As we know, this is about Balogun receiving a red card during a FIFA game. Trump has reached out to FIFA and told them to review the red card that Balogun has received. FIFA has also insisted that the White House had no influence on banning Balogun's red card in upcoming games in FIFA. Trump said all he did was ask FIFA to review the red card because he feels like it was not a foul. For some reason, Trump has also mentioned that he was the one that did it, not Joe Biden, because Joe Biden was sleeping. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, this man can just change the entire way how FIFA can run. This is just insane. I mean, this is a W for USA, but at what cost though? The man even said that he thanked FIFA for doing this because this was a great injustice. Anyways, what is your thoughts and opinions about this whole thing?
That's the opinion that many people have saying, and they have come up to talk about this particular issue. I decided to make this video so that you guys can know what is happening around the world of football today. Remember, we are in quarterfinals. We are approaching quarter cup finals. I think the round ends today. I don't think Argentina and I think Egypt, they are playing tonight, and that is in East Africa time. But most probably the United States time is afternoon. Yeah, so they'll be playing, or in the morning. They'll be playing tonight, and that makes the end of round of 16, and then we are going to quarterfinals, of which the World Cup is coming to an end very soon. So guys, let me know what you think about this particular video, and I'll be happy to know your opinions of these particular events. And yesterday I was supporting Portugal, but my team went like it was beaten by Spain. I felt so sad because I wanted to see Ronaldo into the finals, or just progressing to the next stage, of which is the quarterfinal, but it was not possible. Let me know, guys, which team do you support, or does your team already been eliminated? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to read your comments, and let me know what you think about this entire video, and I'll be happy to read your comments. I remind you guys again to kindly subscribe to this channel, like the video, and let me know what you think about this video in the end of it all. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. I'll be ending here by saying stay safe, peace, one love, and I wish you all the very best. And the club that you are supporting, or the team that you are supporting, may it progress. Okay. Yeah, so let's see who will win this World Cup, or what do you think, who will win the World Cup? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to read your comments again. So I'll be ending. Stay safe, peace, one love. I'll see you in the next one. There is another video which is coming very soon. Peace, one love, guys. See you.
Well, it looks like President Trump is being scrutinized once again, and this time it's for fixing a soccer match. Well, not actually fixing it, but helping a player who was supposed to serve a one-game suspension be reinstated. Balogun, the USA's top player, was disqualified from the next match after receiving a red card in the USA's 2-0 victory against Bosnia the other day. But after Trump had a conversation with the head of FIFA, miraculously, Balogun's suspension was delayed for a year, and he will play in the next game with his US teammates. And of course, Trump haters are losing their minds. But guess what? I am not. Everybody knows FIFA is notoriously corrupt. I'm no fan of international soccer, but my son and my Jamaican son-in-law are. And I've heard the Sunday after dinner conversations about how corrupt FIFA actually is. The news chronicles that corruption as well. So if President Trump pulled a few strings for our guys, hey, that's good for him and good for them. Any leader from any nation, I believe, would have. So I'm glad this kid is playing, and I hope they win. Thanks, President Trump.
Hey guys, so FIFA is not suddenly a scam because Donald Trump called them up and asked them to overturn Balogun's red card. And yeah, that's the first time in basically ever that a red card has been overturned like that and not meant in the next match suspension. In fact, I'm upset because when a South African player got unfairly red carded, in my opinion, he wasn't allowed to play and Bafana Bafana lost. But FIFA is not suddenly a scam. FIFA was a scam when it pretended that all countries have an equal shot at this football game, World Cup, even though some countries and teams have so little money, resources, nutrition, etc., and some teams are multi-million-dollar teams with so much money, resources, and everything. FIFA was a scam when they had referees decide multiple games and they weren't applying the same rules every single time. FIFA was a scam when they allowed anti-blackness, when they allowed a bunch of racism from fans, when they underprivileged African teams. We all know that FIFA was not going to allow the red carding of Messi or Ronaldo. Heck, FIFA was a scam when they gave Trump the FIFA Peace Prize. Like, come on. So if you only call them a scam now, that the West is affected, that Western countries are affected, that English and French leaders are frantically calling FIFA up trying to get their own team's advantages, then you should think about why you care that FIFA is a scam now and they're corrupt now, when they've been corrupt for years and you haven't really cared. Obviously, it's one thing if you're genuinely learning about this now, but for a lot of Europeans, it's just that they choose to speak out about it now.
Look, I don't pretend to be an expert on World Cup, but we've all been on the wrong side of a bad call in sports. We've all also probably at some point benefited from a call that maybe shouldn't have gone our way. It's the nature of sport. However, I think we all have learned that when a call is made, good or bad, you honor it. That is sportsmanship. And when we start letting the corruption that occurred between Trump and Infantino into the equation, we have lost something profoundly important to the game, to any game. And Pochettino praising it on the grounds of ethics and integrity, you're right, it is about ethics and integrity, but Mauricio, you're on the wrong fucking side of that debate, and history will judge you. We already know history is going to judge Trump and Infantino. Their fucked up relationship of corruption and whatever it is they have, their legacies are predetermined at this point. But when we start to let corruption influence the game, we become exactly what America is today. And that is why tonight the entire world will be rooting for Belgium. And that is why if Pochettino had an ounce of balls or spine, Balogun would not play tonight.
Trump was always going to ruin the World Cup. It was just a matter of how. And overturning this red card is absolutely ridiculous because if USA beats Belgium tonight, it is completely and entirely tainted. Now, Team USA making it as far as they have, love that, great. We're just happy to be at the party. But now, if they win, I understand why everyone hates Team USA, or specifically Donald Trump. It's not necessarily the players' fault, but it certainly is FIFA's fault. Corruption within FIFA has been an issue for many, many years. That is widely known and widely criticized and talked about throughout the sports world. But Donald Trump being able to call up FIFA and say, hey, you know what, guys, we're kind of hosting you and we'd really like you to take another look because, you know, we're kind of doing really good. And who knows, maybe Donald Trump thinks he's going to get a trophy or get to keep the trophy if Team USA wins. And honestly, I would love for Team USA to win. But now, what's the point?
A lot of Americans are not understanding why most football fans are so upset at this reversing of the red card for the USA. And I think it is not because football fans think that, you know, the red card was a fair red card. It's not about that. It is that this decision of reversing this red card mid-tournament, even if it's a wrong decision, is completely unprecedented. Most times, decisions are made after the game, it's done. We keep moving. There is no reversal, even when the wrong decisions are made. In fact, there's not even an appeal process there. That is why most football fans see this completely as corruption, because frankly, it kind of feel like it is. So for the new fans, for the Americans who are, you know, just watching this is not about whether the challenge or the red card for Balogun was fair or not. That is debatable. But it is about the completely unprecedented nature of this particular decision. And it feels to most fans and to most other teams that this is something that has been done specifically for the US. When everybody feels cheated at some point in the game, when decisions don't go their way, this has happened over time. Now, from a FIFA perspective, I think what they're doing is that they will do everything they can to capture this American audience, regardless of what they need to do. They want to capture this American audience because it is a profitable audience. Given the scale and the size of the amount of football fans around the world, in the billions, FIFA, proportional to their fan base, does not make nearly as much money as they should be compared to, say, the NFL or the NBA. And so they are trying to capture this fan, even if it means losing the rest of the world. But the truth is that they're not going to, because these are captive audiences. Most countries that follow football is the only option for most kids growing up. And so they're not going to lose that, but they'll do whatever they can to capture this American audience. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. What are your thoughts on this decision?
Donald Trump has managed to make the world mad at the United States men's soccer team. What? How did he do that? Well, as you may know, our leading striker, Balogun, received a red card in the game with Bosnia-Herzegovina, which suspended him from playing the next game. Well, the United States is scheduled to play Belgium on Monday, the next game. And so, in turn, Donald Trump apparently called on Wednesday, it's now being reported, for President Gianni Infantino and asked him to personally get involved to have this red card decision reviewed. I don't know what else was said in the phone call, but I can only imagine. Likewise, this is the same president of FIFA that gave him FIFA president, that gave Donald Trump the FIFA World Peace Cup in order to placate him a while back. In turn, Trump now is called apparently on this favor, and they have now revised, reviewed, and made a decision that the call was wrong, and they overruled it. What? This has happened like only once since 1962. This is extremely rare. It never happened. Now the rest of the soccer world is mad at us. Belgium and their team is furious. They're looking at all avenues that they may have to pursue. I don't know what can be done, but again, nothing like tainting sports with politics and Donald Trump. Sure, the Belgian fans and others will be screaming it was stolen. You know, one of those things that Donald Trump is good about yelling. Trump is good about making those phone calls. Remember him making that phone call to the Georgia Secretary of State asking to find 11,780 votes, trying to steal the election then? Yep, Donald. Well, he made this phone call and the call was reversed. I wish the United States team the best. I want them to win it fairly and squarely. Again, the call was made. I am not an expert on whether the call was appropriate or not. That was originally made to give him the red card in decision. But I do know this. Another phone call was made by Donald Trump. The decision was reviewed and reversed. There we have it. And the rest of the world is not happy with us. Again, thank you, Donald Trump. You managed to unite everybody against us. You do that so well.
No, it should have been a red card, and no, we shouldn't be meddling and getting him back in the game. And guess what? We want to see if we can win with or without our top guy.
Politics is politics. Sports is sports. It's unfortunate that we had to mix the two together on such a consequential game. And I'm excited to see an awesome game despite this side story.
Honestly, it feels like USA is above all country, all law, you know, so it's a bit rare to be honest, but that's football.
At the end of the day, I'm just happy that Balogun is going to be playing for us. You know, it gives us a good chance to win the game, so that's what I'm excited about.
When you heard the news, your reaction, what was it?
We were ecstatic, so happy. I think we all thought that it was truly not a red card, so I think justice prevailed. The optics could be a little bit questionable, but we're just happy that he's going to be playing and representing the U.S.
I love the World Cup, and FIFA is a necessary evil for that to happen. To FIFA's credit, they do a lot of work to build up local football clubs and talent to make sure that, countries can actually compete on the world stage with FIFA. That aside, this decision to overturn the red card for the USA at the request of Donald Trump, just reeks of corruption, which we all know FIFA is corrupt, but this is just so blatant and in the face. And to the people of the USA, you should be embarrassed. Your win, whether it's the next game or the entire tournament, will forever be marred by this decision. There will forever be this caveat that Daddy called the principal to get this decision overturned. It's embarrassing. You guys should not be celebrating this, just in my opinion. Now, I know that Belgium has appealed the decision, and I frankly hope that they win that decision because for your sake and for your reputation, USA, this is not good.
I didn't know what that meant. He didn't know what a red card was, but he's so qualified that he's saying this was not even a foul. And he's very good at sports. His body says otherwise. But I have so many American friends, so many good people, kind, polite, bright, fun, educated, fair, decent people. But when your government does this, and you force FIFA to cancel or suspend your red card, who do you think the entire world is cheering for? Not US. That's the problem when you bring politics into sports. Even the guy that can play now, who doesn't have a red card anymore, trust me, he will never forget this. People will always bully him because of Trump. Can this guy just leave football alone? Like everything else, you've ruined it. Leave football. We have 2 weeks left, for God's sake. Let's go Belgium.
So Folarin Balogun got a red card. You shouldn't be playing the next game. But the King of MAGA had other plans. All it took was one phone call to FIFA's head office. Yeah, the King of MAGA was like, Folarin Balogun, he's named after a gun. Yeah, he was born on birthright citizenship, something I'm trying to get rid of, but I don't care. He's our star player and he's gonna get us that cup. America needs to win because we're the ones hosting and we're the main characters on this planet. You understand that, FIFA? You're in my pocket right now and I'm your master, so you're gonna have to do it. He's a good lad, he's a very good lad. He didn't mean to do what he did, but it doesn't matter because I'm telling you, get rid of that FIFA red card and let him play next match because we need to destroy Belgium, okay? We have to destroy Belgium and go to the finals and take that cup because this is our land and this cup is our cup. You understand that? It's soccer, not football. Understand? Just like that, Folarin Balogun will be playing in the next match. Sorry, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but that's how they're pronouncing it. Yeah? But anyway, England has someone with a red card. That dude is not playing the next match. I mean, that's not fair, bro. That is not fair. Listen, King of MAGA, why not just make things level? You know what I mean? You're the best players on planet Earth, right? You're the best country ever. You're the best at everything. So even without this dude who is actually grew up in London, you can still win, right? Yeah. So why call FIFA to get rid of the red card? That's kind of messed up, bro. That's that's messed up. They're cheating, bro. And you're telling me FIFA is not corrupt. Nah, call it FIFA from now on. Soccer Federation, whatever. Yeah, I'm not calling it FIFA no more. It's soccer now, all right? Because they're in his pockets, man. How could you be a bitch to MAGA, bro? Come on.
So, can you imagine, guys, for the very first time in history of World Cup, a sitting president coming in as a sitting president of a nation, not. Can you imagine not a president of FIFA, but the sitting president coming to intervene in a football match? How is that even possible? So you can imagine Donald Trump came the other day, actually yesterday, and tried, what is it, yesterday or a few days ago, he came and he tried to, to overturn, which it was possible. It went through. He overturned the game, the red card that the United States player Balogun was given. But you can imagine that thing is not allowed. It's not even what do we call it? It is, let's say it's an offense because politics cannot come close to football because that is ruining the football itself, and that's something that many people are not happy about, simply because how can a president come into a place and intervene and try to change the laws of the game just because he wants to favor his nation, just because he wants his nation to progress, that's because he wants to be known. I even don't understand, you know. So this thing has brought a lot of attention to many football or soccer players and even the fans globally. People are not happy about that at all. Now, people have come up in large numbers to talk about this issue. They are saying Donald Trump should not, and no one should never even come close to, you know, the rules of football to try to change, because that's trying to, to ruin the game. That's actually what is happening. They're trying to ruin the game, and this is not something that football is a very, very, what do you call, the opposite of, I'm using this term, let me say universal game or event whereby every other person should be, it should not be biased in the other end. Okay, so that's one thing that we are really concerned, and I'm really kind of really shocked to see how just a sitting president came in and started to make the laws of the game, try to change that this red card should not have been that. You have just had his speech from the beginning, and this is so interesting because how come? Like, I don't expect such a president to do that. And guys, there's so many people of you who have reacted to that particular statement, and I want you to watch these following videos. And remember that these videos are for educational and entertainment purposes, and credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you are seeing here in this particular video. Watch until the end, guys, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be happy to read your comments. And also, guys, we are growing. Let's push this video to 1,000 subscribers, guys. So let's watch until the end.